let's talk a little bit about classic elegance. This is this kind of, I think, style which is like the most popular, and the most women actually want to feel this very elegant lady with this kind of classic thing going on, you know. So I think this is very like subject on really spot on, and I know a few of you requested this kind of video, so let's just jump to it. When we actually talk about classic elegance, we're talking about timeless pieces. So your outfit is going to be something that you could basically borrow it from your grandmother. She could have a beautiful jacket, and you could wear it yourself. And if you have something like this, that means this is a very, very classic and like a timeless piece. And those kind of pieces are basically the best. This is something that you're looking for to have in your wardrobe, to actually be able to reuse it through the years, and it's still going to be on point. You don't really want to have in your wardrobe pieces that you buy it for one season and then you won't be able to wear it, because fashion, change so quickly, and it's better for you to choose neutral colors or pastels. Those are like colors which are like classified very elegant, and black, beige, white, all this kind of like a neutral ivory, creamy colors, natural colors as well. So even greens, but more natural colors will be your friend. And as I say, pastels are really, really classic colors, and I can show you here a few pictures of Princess Diana, and she was wearing this kind of pastel colors, or Audrey Hepburn, and you can see you could basically wear this kind of outfit yourself today and you would still look absolutely beautiful and stunning. So those are timeless pieces I'm talking about. You will buy, let's say, trousers that are just like blue. As you can see on this picture, she's wearing this kind of blue trousers, but again, you could still wear that in probably 10, 20, 30 years later. As you see, this picture was taken a long time ago, and I could wear this kind of trousers today and it would be absolutely amazing. So they are a very timeless piece, and that's your goal, to finding those kind of timeless pieces, to investing in those, because those are going to you're going to use them for many, many years, and this as well saves you money. You don't want to buy something that is going to be for only one season, because it's just wasting money. And as well, it's connected to this kind of being a lady. You don't really want to destroy more and more environment, and the industry is producing so many clothing a year. There's billion new styles, new blouses, everything is new. And if you're investing in quality, it's going to last you for many, many years, and you're not going to be spending and buying a lot of clothes that every season you would need to replace, basically. So it's better to invest in better quality rather than just buying massive production, clothes. Very typical for classic style is beautiful, like a simple cut. So as you can see here, there's a lot of like samples of it, and this kind of simple cuts, simplicity, I think, is very connected to the classic elegance. So you're going to invest in dresses that are going to be you're not going to have maybe a lot of like a different and crazy designs and the design cuts, but you're going to have something in your wardrobe that it's going to again last you for a very long time, and you will be able to match those, let's say, match the dress with many different other items. Like, let's say you can have a white dress and you can wear a black coat, you can wear a beige coat, and it's already creating this kind of different look. Another thing is natural fabrics. So I'm going to post a list here. Fabrics, we're talking about wool, we're talking about beautiful linen materials. So those are like that just looks more expensive, they're going to last you much longer, and they are just connected to this kind of classic outfit. when it comes to elegant fashion, it's also important to wear correct size. So you don't want to wear too big, you don't want to wear too small, you don't want your clothes to be too tight, and you don't want your clothes to be too like baggy on you. The best what you can do when you're wearing just something, you straight away feel if it's not too tight, if you can move, if you can put your arms up, you know. You don't I have a beautiful coat that after pregnancy I'm not able to really wear it. You know straight away if it's something your size. And I know that sometimes we like to convince ourselves, oh yes, 2 kilograms, I'm going to lose it. No, try to buy the clothes that it's actually your size just now, and afterwards if you lose weight, you can always go to the tailor and they can always like take a few centimeters off it, you know. So it's not going to be like you won't be able to use it. If you want to buy something today, don't buy it smaller, don't buy it bigger, just buy it your size just now, because it always can be altered. I think this is very obvious, but obviously you want your clothes to be ironed, you want them to be clean, and I know myself, it's sometimes very hard to have even clean clothes when you have a small baby, but let's just try, you know, let's just try to make it as possible as it can be. When you don't have kids, then it's obviously much easier for you, but accidents can happen, you know. So it's, as an elegant lady and classic lady, maybe it's good for you to, if you have a car, for example, be prepared for this kind of accident, you know. Maybe have a spare blouse somewhere. If you're clean and smart, then maybe it's a good idea to keep another like a spare blouse at work or in your car, just so it gives you this kind of advantage if something is going to happen during the day. And accidents happen all the time. I'm not even talking about big accidents, but like a small accident like coffee, or you know, you're going to eat your lunch, you're going to have once in a month a pasta with like a spaghetti bolognese, and you know what's going to happen, you're going to drop it on your white blouse. So it's just maybe a good idea to, as well as a classic lady, to have this kind of like be prepared a little bit more, and have your like extra blouse somewhere in or back of your car, or you know, at work somewhere in your place where you're keeping your stuff. So as I said, with classic style, it never goes out of time, so you don't need to worry that if you buy something which is classic, you won't be able to wear it in a few next years. It's just not going to happen, you know. So it's good to invest again in the pieces that you will be able to reuse, and reuse saves you money, saves you time and environment as well, which is very important. And what I was going to as well say about the classic style, let's go a little bit about details. For example, all the accessories like watches, those are very important when you want to be a classic lady. It's nice to have a watch. All this kind of scarves, you know, adding scarf to yourself, to either to your hair, to your neck. It's a very, very classic element, and it's always going to like bring a little bit more attention, and people will be thinking, oh, like this girl, she has all figured out, you know, the scarf. It's just very, very classic item, and I really recommend you to add those watches and scarves. Better to buy silk scarves rather than like a wool scarves, but obviously if it's a winter you can still go for a wool, but it's just those kind of more elegant or silky one. And I know how expensive can be silk scarf, so even those kind of like a polyester, if you're just looking, you know, some of them are very, very nice. I have few of them as well myself, and even those like not very expensive one, it's good for you to touch it, because you don't want this kind of like a cheap reflection. I don't know how to really explain it, but best what you can do, even if you're buying online, you bought something online and you look at this and you look, oh, it looks absolutely gorgeous, you know, cost you £20, but sometimes you can see that it looks really, really cheap, and it's better for you to just send it back, you know, and save a little bit more, and you can just buy a better one, better quality, rather than keep those that looks cheap, you know. When it comes to earring, necklaces, rings and all those kind of stuff, less is more. So if you decide to wear, let's say, a necklace, then maybe should be only one piece. If you really like to have a lot on yourself, then try to avoid to have too much things on yourself. So either you go for earrings and a necklace and that's it, or you go for a bracelet and a ring, and don't try to put everything on yourself. Like there's so many occasions that you can, reuse other things. Like, don't try to make it that you always have on every part of your body some kind of jewelry, because this is just completely against the classic elegant style. This is like, you can do that if you want to be like flamboyant girl and you want to like add this kind of like a funky, or like even some kind of like a funny or even like very like a big jewelry, then funky, it's perfect. If then flamboyant style is perfect for that. But if you want to be classy lady, then just go for less is more, and you can't go wrong with that. So less is more, ladies. When it comes to accessories as well, I forgot to say to invest in a really nice pair of leather. It can be eco leather gloves, many different colors. So if you have a brown, let's say brown boots, like a high boots, and it will be really good for you if you will match to these boots the same color of your gloves and the same color, let's say, of the belt. This kind of three pieces will be really nice and classic elements. Or you can match your bag, boots and gloves. This kind of three elements always upgrade your look, and it will also improve how you feel about yourself than rather if you would have everything in different color. And let's not forget about hats. Hats can be very tricky, and I think if you start wearing hats, you can find that you don't feel so confident about them on the beginning, because it's something that maybe you never wear before. But once you started with hats, even those kind of small on the beginning, and then you will feel better and better about them. So hats can be different shapes, different styles, but those kind of elements always bring attention to you as well. And it straight away shows that you are a classy lady and you're not scared to wear a hat. And there is something about hat that is very like straight away improving your look. So don't be scared wearing hats. When it comes to elegant classic style as well, we can't forget about makeup. And makeup, the best what you can do for yourself for this kind of style is to go for as much natural as you can. It comes also to your hair. So if you always like to have, I don't know, pink, red or green or blue hair, then maybe it's time for you to just calm down a little bit and go either for your more natural hair, or just go for any natural color that you're just feeling the best in it. Even if you have natural black hair but you don't really feel it, you feel better as a blonde lady, then just go for it. But try to do it as natural as it can be, because those are the most like elegant color. Being more natural is in this situation is just meaning that you are better and better when it comes to leveling up. It comes to nails, you want more natural nails, you want shorter nails. You don't want super long nails. You want your hair to be more natural. You want your makeup to be natural. You don't want to be this kind of, and I don't want to offend anyone because I don't have anything to anyone who is making strong makeup. It just doesn't make you elegant, classic elegant. But if you want to be classic elegant lady, you just need to go for less, because less is more in the situation. The last thing what I want to say is show you classic and elegant hairstyles, because you don't need to have a long hair to have a beautiful and classic hairstyle. So hopefully some of those you might like, and maybe it's going to be some kind of inspiration for you. You can have a short hair, you can have a curly hair, you can have all those styles what I'm going to show. Basically, you can have any of them. It's just, especially for ladies who are darker skin, it doesn't need to be, because I know there is this kind of, and I'm really, struggling myself to understand that there's this kind of pushing women who have darker skin, they need to have a straight hair, and I'm completely, you know, like, if you want to have a straight hair, then absolutely do that, but I don't think you need to have a straight hair to be elegant woman. And I feel those kind of beautiful natural hair that you might have, this kind of like a black, very curly hair, they're so beautiful, and you don't need to make them straight to feel, you know, better, because you're already so beautiful. So that's why I want to as well mention that, because I heard stories when I was even living in London, that girls, they were feeling, black girls, they were feeling that they were feeling that they are forced basically to straighten their hair, you know. And I feel like that's so not right, you know. I don't feel like anyone should, you know, be forced to do anything, I don't know, to just get a job, you know. This is just ridiculous. So if you have your beautiful curly you know, hair, and believe me, you don't really need to make them straight. And if there is some kind of people who telling you, they just absolutely ridiculous, and you don't need to listen to them. Absolutely, they are completely wrong, you know. So there's not this kind of forcing anyone to do anything here. I'm just saying, what is the elegant style, a classic elegant style about? But if you feel like this is just completely not for you, then just don't do it, you know. It's just for those ladies who actually feel they want to go more classic, elegant way, because they just feel this is how it's going to empathize them, this is how it's going to like improve their life, how they feel about themselves. But if you feel like for you there is a better way of achieving your elegance, then just do it. I think being elegant is also about finding your own, you know, like a way. But for me, I absolutely love classic elegant. This is something what I want to go myself as well, more and more. And I understand why ladies asking for this subject, because it's just great to know about it, because you might actually discover watching this that, you know what, actually this is completely not what I want. I don't like hats, I don't like gloves, I don't like anything of this. So you might be thinking that classic elegance is not for you, but that's why we're doing this video. I'm doing these videos to show you different options, so you can choose something what works for you, because on the end of the day you need to find what works for you, what makes you happy. And I'm just happy that you can take anything from it, you know. If you take anything that you're going to buy, maybe more neutral colors of your clothing, and you will have them for many years, then I'm already happy for that, because it's just going to save you money, and you're going to be you're going to just look much better and feel much better about yourself, rather than if you just wear all the time super neonic colors, you know. But I am just here to, you know, help you, and I don't want to force anything on anyone. And I hope you enjoyed these videos, and if you did, please leave it a thumbs up, because it's really supporting my channel, and I'm going to repeat that forever. And another video in a few days.